Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The Jasmyne Vince.
And welcome back, everybody. What's happening? It's Vince and Jazz, and we are here for a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show. What is happening? We're here to talk about Celebrity Big Brother, of course. Episode.
I don't know, but we got the wrong color lights.
It was it's the. Why you. Well, we just gonna do it with these lights. We did the first episode with these lights. Anywho, happy to be here. We're in a rush. We're trying to get to some stuff done. And also, there's a brand new episode coming on tomorrow. So glad you're watching this one. Like, subscribe. Thank you for doing all that. But let's get to the episode, man. We're here. We got to talk about everything that's going on in good old Celebrity Big Brother. First off, Chris Kattan had to leave, unfortunately.
I think it was the cake.
I also think maybe the peanut butter cake. I'm not saying Carson can't cook.
But the cake got him.
Maybe.
He ate too much of it. He
got
cake poisoning.
It's probably the fact that he ate too much. You ate a lot of cake, sir. You ate a lot of cake.
He just looked uncomfortable all the time. But I think that's just his stature.
Yeah. But I will say the best that he looked was in those very, very sweet messages that he left to everybody. I just thought it was nice that he took the time to address everybody individually, had little jokes. I'm like, all right, so he was in the house, even if it was for like a week and a couple days. I thought that was really sweet. Moving along, Misha and Todrick think they have blown their cover.
Think? They have.
They absolutely have. They feel like their alliance has been pretty obvious, I guess, for the past couple days, and realized specifically that Chris Kirkpatrick and Shayna probably are the literal opposition, the other side of the house, and I guess they hadn't realized that before. Todrick had to explain the voting process to Lamar, and now this is where it gets a little bit confusing because everybody's like, basketball players. Again, we remember Meta World Peace in season 1 of Celebrity Big Brother, and it was just kind of like, all right, Lamar, we want to make sure. I forget who they were talking about specifically, but it was like, no, you want to make sure you're voting to save this person, so you would vote to evict this person. He's like, oh, I just thought it was.
He had been voting for the wrong person for weeks.
So either that, which I don't think is the truth, but having Todrick, who clearly, again, at this point, is probably one of the people that might win this game. Having Todrick explain to you the voting process, so one of the people that is at the top of the list to win is now telling you how to play this game. And now this is on your radar. I think Lamar is a super genius, yo. That's all I'm going to say. I think he's making it known. I don't know nothing about this game. So somebody help me, please. Keep me in this game. I'm not a target. What's happening right now? Let me know how you feel about that. And also, let us know in the comments.
I don't get the vibe from Lamar that he's a person that would watch Big Brother.
He didn't watch his teammate 2 years ago? All right.
I'm sure he did, but he watched his teammate look goofy.
All right.
I don't know. I'm saying he not like, oh yeah, this is gonna. Kirkpatrick was like.
Kirkpatrick?
Yeah, I'm having a Derek moment. Like.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. I'm glad you said that, but it wasn't Derek. It was a Dan moment. Big Brother fans unite. Anywho, it's okay.
Derek is.
I know. It's okay.
Some with a D.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I'm calling it early. Lamar could either just be, ignorant of the game, or he could be a super genius that's plotting. We'll talk about that more. They had a riding reindeer veto, which I thought was really interesting. And Lamar also had a tantrum at that point because he fell off and was like, damn this game, or something like that. It was like they had to ride the reindeer.
He looked absolutely crazy.
Of course they did also.
His feet was touching the ground.
It was one of those riding competitions, but they also had to jump off and then stack puzzle pieces that were going to fall, obviously, before a certain time. We've seen this competition before. Todrick was very good at this competition. Caught me off guard. But a lot of people thought they had certain things going. I think Cynthia stopped at 9, and people were like, oh, why are you doing that? Shayna, I think with 22, ended up winning her second veto competition. And it was...
This is her second veto?
It was her second veto that she won. Second veto. She said she planned on using it on Cynthia, but just in case, Misha had to press her to let her know, hey, look, I think you might win, so just put it out there, Cynthia, as long as you don't use it on Carson. So she's doing this during the contest, which I think was kind of.
I think that Misha
It looked
doesn't
like-
know how intense she is.
Oh
is
yeah,
what it is.
I agree.
And she's like pressing everybody out to do what works best for her game. Is she a Big Brother fan? I can't tell.
Who knows? She's a mind game
Like
manipulation fan.
But I don't think that she's seeing it as manipulation. She's just saying, hey, this works for my game, so you should do this. I think she's putting in her 2 cents, and nobody asked her for her 2 cents.
I agree.
So
I agree.
it's just rubbing people the wrong way.
So speaking of somebody that she probably doesn't want to rub the wrong way, Shayna at this point is, would you say, definitely a final 2 with Chris?
With Chris?
Kirkpatrick.
No, her
No?
final 2 is with Todrick.
Her
Clearly.
Shayna, not Misha.
Oh, Shayna.
Shayna.
Yes.
Shayna. Now, so because Shayna has the veto, Mr. Kirkpatrick, he happens to overhear Misha, and I think it was Todrick or somebody else, talking with Todd about possibly going up as a pawn. And Chris is just like, and Todd just like, oh yeah, I trust you. So Todd trusts her? Where's Todd been?
Ain't played no game. Like, I think this is the first competition I've seen him play. He's been narrating competitions from the jump. I'm like, is he gonna actually play the game or just chill?
Jazz picked up on that. Todd really has been trying to host. I'm like, maybe he's trying to get on GSN or something like that. I see you, Todd, and Todd's agent. Do your thing. I appreciate it. But Todd's trying to get in the game now because we don't have too many people left in the house. So I appreciate that as well. When Chris hears it, he brings it directly to Shayna, who is also a snitch, but they're together now, so it makes sense.
They stationed together.
They want to flip the house and send Todd home. I'm like, this is risky, but I like it.
I like it.
I thought
that it was a genius move, actually, because what happens is if they do flip the house and send Todd home, then they have the numbers on their side of the house. Yeah. So, but it's Kirkpatrick is not really working with Carson and Cynthia, but Shayna is. So I guess he would vote with them.
It's better for Chris Kirkpatrick's game if Carson stays, and technically also if Cynthia stays as well. It's even better because Cynthia is working with Carson. So that's the math that the Big Brother math that he did in his head. So they want to flip the house. They want to send Todd home. She decides she's taking Carson off of the block. Again, it's Carson and Cynthia on the block currently, and Misha is the HOH. She decides she's taking Carson down after Misha pressed her again.
Yes, asked her about it. So you're not going to take Carson down, right? Like, I'm like, dang, she's aggressive.
Let me know. Because as long as you take anybody except him down, because he's just, of course not. No. And I'm like, all right, Shayna's, she's not going to say no to her face. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I would be scared.
Of course. But now you turn up. Now we playing Big Brother. So she did it. You know what I'm saying? Immediately, she's like, all right. At this point, again, her and Todrick had realized
Carson down.
Yeah, they had realized that that Kirkpatrick was the biggest target in the house, along with Shayna. You got to go up. So Chris Kirkpatrick is now on the block, and this is where he realizes that he kind of orchestrated and convinced her to go after certain moves.
But he didn't think that through. Clearly, because they lost the vote that they needed.
Oh, and almost left out. Misha also pressed him.
Yeah.
He's like, you gonna put me on the block? Hey, I just want to make sure Carson is the target here. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna put me up if we take him down? I don't remember what she said, but that's exactly what happened.
I don't know. But regardless, I feel like he never really fully thought about the fact that he would go up as a replacement. Because
how could you not? You're not safe.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't think.
And you've been making noise. Maybe he thought Misha was closer to him. Maybe he trusted her like Todd did for some reason.
Yeah, but Misha hasn't. Their energy has been off for a while.
It has. It definitely has. Especially
since. That's what she said. That's why she said I'm gonna go ask him because his energy has shifted.
Especially since he's seen her beating the thing in the gym the whole time. So this is what Chris calls his Dan moment. For those non-Big Brother fans, he's referring to Dan Giesling, who basically was about to get himself evicted and turned it all around, it's a manipulation game. He had to play up certain things to talk to certain people in the house to make people think, oh, this guy is better for my game, and also somebody else is lying to me, so we got to keep him. And that's exactly what happened. Dan did not win, but I think he came in second place. And the person that was like on his team won, so it was cool, which I think was Ian for a Big Brother All-Stars. Anywho, Chris is like, yo, who backdoors themselves, man? Like, Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick. You do. So Shayna was crying. She's upset. At one point, Todd is trying to play for some reason. He's like, yo, I'm willing to send Cynthia home. And I'm like, where you going with this, Todd?
Let's just go to the part where Todd and Cynthia got into it.
That's what I'm referring to.
I was confused how the conversation even started.
That's what I'm referring to. So just to backtrack for a quick second, when they were talking about flipping the house, Carson was all the way with it. He wanted to stay, but that's a whole thing. But in regard to Cynthia, who was also on the block, like, yo, Todd, what's happening with you? Why are you trying to? Oh, because you voted to send me home that one time. He remembered. He was very upset about that. Cynthia was like, I don't see why you had the need. So Todd was like, he was like chilling in his stance, and Lamar was like, yo, I'm saying he was like, yo, I'm staying, I'm sticking by what I said what I said.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I feel. Lamar jump in. He's a punk. Whoa, where with it? Again, random black man defending black woman, or super genius trying to incite.
I think he was defending Cynthia because I didn't appreciate the way that Todd was forming his sentences.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Talking to Cynthia.
Exactly.
And then Cynthia was like, hold on, I got a peach. Let me remember where I came from.
She got a peach.
I don't know who you talking to, but I said what I said.
Exactly.
And it's going to be what it's going to be.
Exactly.
Don't be smiling in my face acting like we cool if we beefing.
Come on.
So then Todd got up with his little self and was cussing like it. I'm not going to say, if he was taller, it probably would have came off aggressive to me.
Maybe, yeah.
It didn't come off aggressive, but it came off inappropriate because there's no reason to get up and be cursing and going, because they were at a big table.
This is true.
You basically went to get in her face like a confrontation. I didn't enjoy that.
Wasn't a fan.
Carson didn't enjoy it and was like, yeah, there's just no reason to get into a woman's
Nobody
face
liked it. I was wondering if, because we're coming off of the cookout season, if you think the black folk on the Celebrity Big Brother would try to get together and do something similar.
I feel like they kind of are, but not really. Todd don't know what's happening, but everybody else, to me, I felt like was trying to.
I agree. So because of that, again, I think we would probably kind of stand by the way that he was speaking. Lamar jumping up and saying punk. But again, in terms of inciting the riot and getting people hyped, the whole time Cynthia was yelling at him, he was...
Yeah, he was in the background.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, as a grown-ass black man, you know what that does to another grown-ass black man when you're getting yelled at. Like, you know what that does.
But at the end of the day, I feel like Lamar is not the type of guy that would even do that to a black woman. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
And I think that was what was inappropriate. Also, it's bad, but this is the reality. As a black man, you can't be seen doing that.
Yeah. Because
it makes people automatically group you in a certain category. Like, it don't matter if you're big, tall, small, skinny, short, fat. You shouldn't be talking to a black woman like that, period.
Yeah. Now, I will say that he wasn't really wilding out at first.
He wasn't, but when he started cussing and got up.
She was going in on him, and his thing was, again, like, I'm not budging. That's just how I feel. You got to respect how I feel. It wasn't until she came back with, and another thing.
She did.
She left the room and came back, and Lamar wasn't there.
She left the room, and she went in the room, and Todrick was like, yeah, I want to talk to you. She's like, we don't got nothing to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, that you forgot about that. And then she came back and said, and another thing.
Exactly.
I said what I said.
When she came back and said another thing, nobody else was around. So Todd didn't have like any backup. He didn't have anybody that he was intimidated by. He didn't have anybody hyping anybody up.
Yeah,
it was just them. It was just them two alone. So I'm like, damn. So now you gonna get spicy because ain't nobody else. I wasn't feeling that, man. Wasn't feeling that at all. That was a punk move as well. But apparently, he's still trying to play and trying to show that he's got something to say. Unfortunately, because Chris Kirkpatrick was on the block, Todrick voted first, and every other single person in the house following him, including Shayna and whoever else, Chris was cool with. Sadly to voted Mr. Kirkpatrick.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm really glad he did that. It made me feel good. Julie, she got caught off guard. She's like, damn, you got me. He sadly to voted Chris Kirkpatrick, and that was it. Chris is gone. I don't know if you could call it a blind side or a back door, but it technically, you know.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. I don't like how Shayna moved in this game. Shayna. One, she be snitching.
Oh, okay. Because who's she gonna go to now? That was her number one.
One, she be snitching. Two, like, it don't take no time for her to be snitching. Like, as soon as Misha was like, yeah, I won the HOH, blah, 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 she was like, oh, yeah, so the formation is a thing, and this person is in there.
Snitch.
Like, automatically snitching every single time. And then, she never votes the way that she has portrayed that she's gonna vote for the week. She just be like, they don't have the numbers.
Good observation.
So I'm automatically gonna vote. Because she was like, yeah, we're gonna vote for Todd. We're gonna vote for Todd. We're gonna vote for Todd. But as soon as the guy she was
switch up.
Yeah. As soon as he got on the block, it was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna vote for you. That's a backstab in my head.
It's rough, man. It's very, very rough. I will say, it's unfortunate. I gotta say RIP to my guy, Chris Kattan. Obviously, it was nice having you. And Chris Kirkpatrick got 2 Chris's out in the same episode. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7 members of Celebrity Big Brother. 3 left here. We did get to see them start the HOH competition. If you watch the feeds, obviously you know who won already. But Sunday, this is in preparation for Sunday's episode, so we don't know yet. We're watching. The wall competition, which I gotta find somewhere.
Yo, I hate the wall competition.
I gotta find somewhere to practice this for when I get on Big Brother. But at least they had the little like director's chair like arm things to hold on to. I forget if we saw, I don't know if Todd or somebody else fell off. But yeah, we don't know who won the HOH, but now that my guy Kirkpatrick is gone, who can you see taking the crown, Jasmine?
Always gonna be Todrick for me.
I think Todrick has got it, man. Unless Lamar the super genius shows himself, I think Todrick has probably got it. I don't know if Misha could just continue to beat up on every competition like this.
Either way, if Misha or Todrick gets out in the next week, the other one automatically is going to lose. Because they're going to be the target.
I'm with that. I don't know if we're going to have any double evictions, but you know, of course, our schedule is still here. We're coming up on episode 8 now. This will be episode 8, which is a 1-hour episode. Last one was pretty long. We enjoyed it though. That's why we had to bring you the recap a little bit late. But very, very excited to see what's going on in this next episode of Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother at that. Please let us know in the comments how you feeling about the show. Of course, make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Duh. Of course, you want to make sure that you do that. And we will catch you next time on a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show. Peace, y'all.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.